तव कथामृतम तप्त जीवनम कविभिरीडितं कल्मषापहं श्रवणमंगलं श्रीमदाततं भुवि गृह्णन्ति ये भूरिदा जनाः। Let us resume our discussion on Sri Ramakrishna's spiritual discourses with M, the recorder of the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, after a gap of 2 weeks, because last week we had the Durga Puja celebration. So let us recapitulate the salient points discussed in our last class, which was concerning the discussion dated 18th October 1885, when Sri Ramakrishna was stationed in Shampukur in North Kolkata for his treatment of throat ailment, and the consulting physician was Dr. Mahendralal Sarkar, the renowned homeopathic physician in those days. He was a man of scientific bent of mind, and he was not a devotee. He was a very critic of Sri Ramakrishna. But he fell in love with the simplicity and genuine outlook of Sri Ramakrishna, and later became his staunch devotee. That was the art of Sri Ramakrishna. He would not force anybody to come to him. He would present his message in front of them and wait till they accept it, and then they will become his own forever. Now, Mahendralal Sarkar did not believe that God can incarnate as a human being, and much less God is incarnated as a human being in the form of Sri Ramakrishna. First of all, he argued, like all other persons, that God is infinity, Nirakar, that we all accept. So the normal dilemma is how the infinity can take a finite form. They are contradiction of terms. अनादि अनंत कैसे शांत होते हैं? लेकिन the devotees argue that his powers are also infinite. So by the infinite power, he can condense his infinite form into a finite reality. তুমি হে অনন্ত অপার, ভক্তের তরে তুমি সাকার, আরও কত আছে আকার, লীলা তোমার বোঝে কজন। He is infinity without bounds, but for devotees, he benignly takes a finite shape. As per the choice of the devotee, particular devotee, he takes innumerable forms. This is the language of the devotees. But those who are not devotees, they don't accept it. And Mahendralal Sarkar was one of them. And now, whether you believe in it or not, but you cannot deny the powers of the incarnations of God. It is not a question of belief, it is a question of reality. One thing is this, you believe God, and the other thing is you realize God. जहाँ अनुभूति होती है वहाँ विश्वास हट जाते हैं. Realization is the ultimate test of spirituality. So this is why Swami Vivekananda said, Swami Vivekananda said, religion is not a bunch of faith or belief or debates or discussion. It is being and becoming. Religion is realization. Herein comes the essence of this discussion we are having today. Sri Ramakrishna was inquiring from M that he went to his house. What did you discuss? Then M said that I told him that many people are becoming pure by being in touch with Sri Ramakrishna. That this is a matter of experience, it is not a question of belief. That's what he said, his observation. श्री रामकृष्ण पूछ रहे हैं और भी कोई बात हुई? मास्टर महाशय, आपके पास जो लोग आते हैं उनमें बहुत ने कामों को जीत लिया. ये बात हुई डॉक्टर, ये बात हुई. डॉक्टर ने कहा मेरा भी काम भाव दूर हो गए हैं, इतना समझ लेना. मैंने कहा आप तो बड़े आदमी हैं, आपने काम को जीत लिया तो कोई आश्चर्य की बात नहीं है. शूद्र प्राणियों में भी उनके पास रहकर इंद्रियों को जीतने की शक्ति आ रही है, यही आश्चर्य है. Now this should not be taken lightly. We have to understand but the great message is being transferred here, which is extremely relevant for all of us. That is why it is necessary to study this book in depth. We have to understand what is the difference of studying the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna over studying of other books. This is the essence of the scriptures. Sarvopanishado gavo dogda gopalanandana. The Gita is Sarva Shastra ke सार है. The essence, the dialogue of God is the essence of all scriptures. We have got innumerable books, but the gist, the essence, condensed cream of the knowledge is presented in the words of God. That's why The study of the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna is extremely important. Then again, God speaks in cryptic form. It needs elaboration, it needs discussion. So that's why the discussion on the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna is extremely relevant for us. This is not a religious discussion. This is the practical handbook by which we can become successful in life wherever we are. This is the handbook of success story presented by no other than God Himself. As has been said, that what is the problem of our life? We all want to become pure, happy and fulfilled. And it has been explained that whatever we wish, we want to have, that is available with us already. God, we want to be united with God, and God is present within every one of us. This is the tragedy. मुँह को कहाँ ढूंढूं बंदो, मैं तो तेरी पास हूँ. We are searching someone. By getting home, everything will be solved. It has been said, we are trying from pillar to post. We are seeking something. We are seeking joy, we are seeking fulfillment, we are seeking success, we are seeking glory, and that is already available with us. Let us understand the point. We don't have to go beyond the sky, dive underneath the ocean to get whatever you want. It is within us. But we have to learn the technique of regaining our own property. We don't have to acquire, it is already there within us, but it is hidden. God is present within us, it is hidden. And why God is so much necessary? Jam labdva chaparam labham mannate nadhikam tatah. We are seeking something, and the experience of our life reveals to us that whatever we get is not able to satisfy us to our maximum. हमें अतृप्ति रह जाता है. जो भी कुछ मिलता है उसमें हमारी तृप्ति नहीं होती. Whatever we get in life, whatever joy you can imagine, sensual pleasures, your whatever you want, well, ultimately it ends with dissatisfaction. It doesn't satiate us because our demand is infinity. हम अनंत आनंद चाहते हैं, और अनंत आनंद पाने के लिए जो हमारे इंस्ट्रूमेंट है वो हमारे शरीर. ये शरीर लिमिटेड है. सीमित शरीर से असीमित आनंद पाना असंभव है. Very scientific statement. We can understand. Then ये with this our constrained body and mind, how can we realize God? Because we have an infinite dimension. We have to realize God through our infinite instrument, which is our soul, which is beyond our body and mind. Sambhav hai. So what is the problem? You all understand God is within us and is eager to reveal us to us. Now there is a separation. You have to understand what is the problem in our life, what is the goal, and where is the goal hidden. The goal is hidden within us. हम जिसको चाहते हैं, जो चाहते हैं वो हमारे भीतर उपलब्ध है. तो पाने में असुविधा क्या है? In between there is a cover which is called Maya, illusion. There are various names. So God is within us, God has created us, God is within us. And who has created this separation? God Himself. You have to understand. God has created us, He is within us, but He is not self-revealing. He wants us to find Him out. As simple as that. He has kept us away from Him by a veil, by covering. That cover, that parda, that avaran, that is called Maya, because Bhagavan has said that this Maya is alokik. It's not easy to remove it. Daivi Hiesha Gunamai Mama Maya Durattaya. It's very difficult to get rid of this cover. You have to understand what it is cover made of. And that is called our passions, lust. So if we understand the game, then we will be able to win it. You have to understand the trick played by God Himself, and He is teaching us the way out. Now Arjuna is asking this question to Bhagavan Sri Krishna. Bhagavad Gita chapter 3 verse 36. Atha krina prajuktayam papam charati purushaha anichannapi varshneya balad eva niyojitaha. None of us are bunch of fools here. We do not want to be cheated. We do not want to be misguided. We know that we want God. God is available within us. Arjuna is saying the same thing, but as if we are forced, anichannapi varshneya, we are forced to get away from our goal and get compromised with some baser materials. So who is doing this? Who is the culprit? Sri Krishna says, the next verse, verse 37, chapter 3, Kama esha krodha esha rajoguna samudbhavaha mahashana mahapapma vidhe namiha bairinam. This is the matter. We are separated from our beloved God by this passion, lust and anger, काम एवं क्रोध. Anger, क्रोध and काम, passion are two sides of the same coin. काम प्रतिहत होने से ही क्रोध में रूपांतरित होती है. Unsatiated lust gets turned into anger. Force is one. That is the main separation. Now, how to get rid of it? He says, no. This is gunamayi, rajo guna samudbhava. Now the trick is, Bhagavan has made, they have made our mind trigunatmika, sattva, rajas, tamas. Our mind has three constituents: sattva, rajas, tamas. Tranquility, dynamism, inertia. Now, this dynamism, rajogun, is constituting of this kama. Rajoguna samudbhava. So as long as we live, we have to live with our three gunas, and kama is embedded with us. Let us understand the difficulty here, and then we will be able to cross it over. This is regarding our own personality. We are made of this body and mind. We have a body which is visible before a mirror. But that's not all. Behind the body we have a subtle body, जिसको दिखाई नहीं जाता है शीशा में, which is called one mind. This mind is made up of three constituents, sattva, rajas, tamas. And Rajagun has this element of kama evam krodha. It is our enemy. The enemy is not outside. How is it an enemy? It is not enabling us to see God. It is separating us from God. So the problem comes how to get rid of this kama. If somehow we can tackle our passions, then we get united with God. But our passions will continue as long as we live. जब तक जिंदा रहेंगे तब तक ये काम क्रोध हमें छोड़ेंगे नहीं. इसलिए कहा गया है मोरिया न मोरे राम एकामन बोइडी. This enemy continues with us even after our death, as if he is a lifelong partner. So we have to learn how to control this passion. Now various methods have been suggested. Now this kama, this passion, it is natural for all human beings. We need not get upset if we feel attracted for the sensual pleasures. That is a natural attraction, is meant for all. As long as we are human beings and we are alive, as a magnet attracts iron, similarly the objects of sense pleasures will attract our sense organs. Scientific truth. We need not get upset. We become frustrated. We have to be scientific. When a magnet is attracting an iron, it is a natural attraction. Every magnet will attract. Every sensual pleasures will attract us. And then as long as this attraction is there, we cannot go to God. So how to stop this attraction? Various methods have been suggested. So let us have a literature survey. So they say that you go to finance, you do, the problem is when the objects of sense organs get in touch with these sense objects, then the attraction will materialize. So if we retire, we get away from this society. ना रहेगा बांस, ना बजेगा बांसुरी. हम लोग we retire in the forest. We go to a cave. There is no disturbance from outside world. But we discussed in last class, the problem is that is not a solution. Vishaya binivartante niraharasya dehinaha. Raso varjam rasapasya param dishtvam nivartate. Bhagavad Gita chapter 2 verse 59. Even if you retire in a forest or a cave or a jungle, stay away from society, but you will carry your mind. And mind has the impression of sense objects which will draw. You will imagine. There is no physical disturbance, but you will imagine various physical attractions and your mind will disturb. That is not the solution. The solution क्या है? Solution Bhagavan is given in that very statement that mind, Maya is difficult to cross, but mam eva ja prapadyante Maya metam taran. There is one way to get away from this attraction is take refuge in me. So how to take refuge in Him? God is not within us. God is whom we are searching. God is not present within us, but He gives a concession. He says that out of compassion to the human beings, He takes the form of a human body. He comes to the earth occasionally with a human body, so that by holding Him we can get rid of this mess. He has told you take refuge in me and I will steer you clear. That's what he says. We take the help of the incarnation of God. God becomes man so that man may become God. God takes so much trouble to take a human being, not for nonsense. He comes to us so that we can take the advantage of realizing Him by taking refuge in Him, by keeping in touch with Him. That's what I said. These books of God, Bhagavad Gita, Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, these are the books where God's message is being presented, and by holding on this message, we can steer clear. That is the topic of today. That M is telling a golden statement, which I just read in Hindi, I read now in English. This is the script, which is our discussion today. Sri Ramakrishna was asking what M discussed with Dr. Sarkar. He is a physician. He doesn't believe in God. Does not believe in incarnation of God. Now, what was the discussion? He says, I told him that many of those who have come to you, or Sri Ramakrishna, have conquered lust. Now the problem, the lust come, उसको कैसे हम हटा सकते हैं? कहते हैं, those who have come to you, they have conquered automatically, without any effort. This is a miracle that we have to understand. God comes, this separation is a miracle, alaukik. We cannot remove. A removal is also a miracle. By keeping in touch, you can come here said, Mami vaja prapaddante mayamedam tarantite. You come to me, I will remove. And here he says the actual realization. He narrates this, that जो भी आपको पास आते हैं वो मुक्त हो जाते हैं. आपके पास जो लोग आते हैं, इनमें बहुतों ने काम को जीत लिया है. काम को जीतना इतना आसान नहीं है. मैं आपको बताया, बड़े बड़े ऋषि महापुरुष कुछ नहीं कर पाते हैं, लेकिन भगवान को पास आते हैं, मतलब भगवान को बातें स्मरण मन कर, जिससे हम लोग पढ़ाई करते हैं, चर्चा करते हैं, इससे ही हमारा काम भग जाएगा. बोल जीत लिया. Many conquered. Thereupon the doctor replied, he is an agnostic, he doesn't believe in Sri Ramakrishna. He replies, I too have conquered lust without any effort. He has not gone to Himalayas in tapas. He is an ordinary man, he is a doctor, physician. He says, I have been able to conquer lust by keeping touch with him, by his company. And M said, you are a great man. He is a man of man. He is a very renowned scholar, very renowned doctor. You are a great man. It is no wonder that you have conquered lust. But the amazing thing is that under his influence, even the insignificant creatures have conquered it. भगवान के पास जो आते हैं, शूद्र प्राणियों की भी वो जीत लेता है. दिस इज द मिरेकल. मैंने कहा आप तो बड़े आदमी हैं. उन्होंने बताया मेरा भी काम भाव दूर हो गया. ये साधारण बात नहीं है, असंभव की बात है. मैंने कहा आप तो बड़े आदमी हैं, आपने काम को जीत दिया, तो क्या आश्चर्य की बात है. शूद्र प्राणियों को भी उनके पास रहकर इंद्रियों को जीतने का शक्ति आ रही है, यही आश्चर्य है. तो अगर इफ यू आर समहाउ एबल टू रिमूव और divert this lust, then what happens? Then this is the goal. Problem is over. So you have to understand the technique of tackling this impossible feat in our life technique to tackle this lust is to divert it to God. That is a technique. In Bengali, there is a Chaitanya Charitamrita, great book of Chaitanya Dev. There he has said two items. One is prema, another is kama. Prema is love, kama is lust. We all have prema, we all have lust. Now when love gets converted into lust, then we go away from God. And when lust is converted into love, we go towards God. This is the solution. We cannot get rid of lust, but we can divert it to make it love and go to God. So Chaitanya Charitamrita says, Atmendriya priti ichha tare boli kam, Krishnendriya priti ichha dhare prem nam. Force is one. Either you abuse it with lust and get away from the goal, or you convert it to love and go near the goal. Choice is yours. Now if you get into the lust, the result is frustration, because this world cannot satiate our desire, whereas God can. So for that, the force is one. You cannot have both. You have to orient your mind towards God. Atmendriya priti ichha, for self-satisfaction, if that force is used, it is lust and ruinous. But for spiritual elevation, if we direct it, we'll get the goal. And by in touch, that is the beauty, that is the greatness of the incarnation of God. That is mere company. By his thought, by reading his words, our mind becomes bereft of sensual pleasures. Just we have to turn our mind towards God. Every time, God doesn't come only once, he comes again and again in different ages. Take any form and stick to it, and the job is over. Jesus the Christ, he came on earth, he is the incarnation of God. And what he says, he does not prescribe any long list of penance. He does not say make so much of donation, go to charity, go to austerity. He says, O ye that are heavily laden. I'm quoting from Bible. O ye that are heavily laden. जो तुम्हारे दुखी है, परेशान है, उनके लिए मेरा मिसाज है. That are heavily laden. उनके क्या करना है? Come unto me, I will give you rest. बस. O ye that are heavily laden, come to me. Come unto me, I will give you rest. सब कुछ मैं देंगे, मैं देने के लिए बैठा हूँ. Come to me. So all you have to do is to turn our mind towards God, and he does not make any that admission test, your qualifying test, that whether you are educated, whether you have money, whether you have some good aristocratic family or buddhi, nothing. Shudra praniya, sadharan vyakti, whoever comes, all are having eligible. एक ही है eligibility, उनके पास जाना पड़ेगा. Come unto me. We have to orient our mind toward God, that's all. He does the rest. It is not our job. He gives us assurance. Mameva je prapaddanti. Whoever comes to me, I will steer them clear. How? Because every one of us has some force which is being misused, abused as kama. That will be converted into prema. We don't have to attain anything. Force is here. Force is being misdirected and we are being cheated. This world is Swamiji says Maya is a great cheat. We want joy, we are being allured in these worldly pleasures, and we have been given a great slap with a frustration. कभी होगा नहीं, कभी हुआ नहीं, कभी हो सकता ही नहीं. लेकिन हमारी जो पैशन है, that is our asset. समझना पड़ेगा. When a person has tremendous lust, he should be happy that he has that force. Swami Vivekananda says, whoever has an excessive of passion, he should be happy, he is fortunate, because he has that power. If he can direct it towards God, then he can achieve miracle. When a river has tremendous current, it can cause floods, it's a dangerous river. But if we can convert that force into hydroelectric energy, you get electricity, huge electricity you can get. There will be a source of great blessing to the society, which was making a curse, danger, can be converted into blessing by simply converting it towards God, by being in touch with God. So Sri Ramakrishna is saying, आप आइए. And Mahendranath Sarkar, he was criticizing Sri Ramakrishna that people are making a fuss by telling you are a God. You are a simple person. Same person had to accept through this realization. He became a converted personality. His own lust converted into prema, and he realized God. So the thing is as simple as that, but then we have to change the orient our mind. We are very intelligent, but intelligence is sold out for others. We do not use the intelligence for us. We have to use a part of our intelligence for us and should not be cheated. We have that potentiality, only we have to change the orientation of our mind. जो दुनिया को पीछे भगने के बजाय भगवान के पीछे हम नियोजित करें, तो हमारा जीवन सुनहर बन जाएगा, सार्थक बन जाएगा. That's what he says there, Sri Ram M, that it is a miracle that even ordinary beings are becoming devoid of. Once the lust is removed, then we are in God, we are in touch with God. The veil is removed. That passion, inordinate desire for the world is standing in the way. By keeping in touch with Sri Ramakrishna, by his thought, by his reading his books, by repeating his name, by singing bhajan, then we become completely devoid of any passion and we are in touch with God. ये जो इन्होंने बताया, there is no harm in getting attracted to beauty. We is a natural being. But then we have to understand what beauty is. The beauty of Sri Ramakrishna is tremendous, as Girish Ghosh says, Mori Mori Rupa Heri Noyono Firate Nari Hridayo Santapahari Shado Dhori Didi Pore দুঃখিনী ব্রাহ্মণী কোলে কে শুয়েছ আলো করে কেরে ওরে দিগম্বর এসেছে কুটির ধারে. Your beauty is so nice, so attractive. We have heard about it, we have seen his picture. But just imagine if we see God face to face, then we become totally attracted. No other beauty of world can attract with such dimension. So we are a piece of iron, we are being attracted with so many magnets around us. So the way out is to be in touch with the biggest magnet, which is God. No one can be so beautiful as God. He says in this song, Orupo Shayvari Lila Lohori, Uthilo Mridulo Koruna Bai. Adi Antahin, Akhonde Bilin, Maya Thorile Manavokai. মনের ওপারে কোথা কোন দেশ শোষিত অপনের নাহি পরবেশ তব হাসি রাশি উজলি বরশিস বিভায় সে তাও চালু বিভায় উজলে সেথায় তাও চাবু বিভায়. So his beauty, he says, that অতনু গঞ্জন কি মধুর বিভা বিকাশে নয়ন, যে হারে সে জন তনু প্রাণ মন চরণে অর্পণ করিতে চায়। His beauty defeats even the Lord of passion, Kama, Atanu. Atanu is the God of passion. Even he is sweet. That's why Sri Krishna is called Madana Mohana. Madan is the Lord of Kama, lust. He gets allured by the beauty of Sri Krishna. No one can match his beauty. So that's what he says. Even a person who has seen Sri Ramakrishna says, Ki, your beauty is unmatched. So when you have a glimpse of God, then everything else becomes insipid. That's what he says in Bhagavad Gita. Jam labdhva chaparam labam mannate nadhikam tatah. Says once we have a glimpse at God, then the even heavenly beauties become insipid. So our karma, our passion become directed to God, and we become amply rewarded. So all we have to do is hear the call of God, come all ye that are heavily laden, come unto me, I will give you rest. He is calling us. Can we respond? That reply should come from within. We'll discuss the matter for all in our next Sunday class. Niranjanam nityam ananta rupam bhaktanukampa vigraham vai Ishavataram parameshamidyam tam Ramakrishnam shirasa namama. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. Any question? Yes. बताओ. हाँ. एक माइक दे दो यहाँ पर सब. ठीक है. माइक दे दो.
Working. Is it working?
बताइए.
Okay. A very good afternoon, everyone, and Maharajji Charan Spurs. From last 15 days, I have been hearing you, and since you talked about the lust or sexual energy, what I think is when something is the origin of your presence. Is it working?
Can we hear?
Maharajji, when something is origin of your presence, whether it's me or it's you, or whether it's a Lord Shiva or a Lord Krishna or Jesus, or okay, is it not audible?
Please collect this mic. इधर आइए. आगे बताइए.
Okay, now it's audible?
Yes.
Audible?
Yes.
Okay. My question is that when something is origin of your presence, whether it's me or it's you, or whether it's so-called God, Lord Ram or Lord Krishna or Lord Shiva, or whether it's Jesus or Muhammad, Hazrat Muhammad, when something is basically is origin of your presence, I don't think that should be criticized as much as all the religious leaders are doing. This sexual energy, this lust is not should be stopped, not should be controlled, because it's a flow. It's a reason of my presence, so I don't think I should criticize it. I don't think I should control it. I should feel it, I should go with the flow. And we as a human, just if you see before the civilization, we were here for just producing our offspring, and same thing we are doing right now. So why do we need to control it? Why do we need to suppress it? I don't think it's justifying it.
You have a very good question. It's a very important question that when we have lust within us, we have a feeling of sexual energy within us, and it's difficult to control it, difficult to suppress it. So why attempt to suppress it? Why don't you let it go? This is the Western approach, that when you have a feeling for sex, it should be used, it should be allowed to be satiated. Why should he try to suppress it? The secret is that sexual energy cannot be suppressed. If you suppress, then it becomes perverted. So the solution is it should be sublimated. That's what we have been telling. The same energy, without that energy you cannot proceed. Same energy should be sublimated, and then that energy can be utilized for reaching your goal. That energy is necessary, but if you let it go, then it cannot be utilized. So you have water within your, you have drawn water from underground, and then you can let it go in the ground floor, or if you can pump it out on your roof, then you can get the supply forever. So the same, if you utilize it for the ground floor, then you don't get any water for the top floors. So what you have to do, you have to pump it out, the same energy, instead of letting it wasted in the ground floor itself. Pump out to the roof tank, and then it gets, every floor will get watered. So your entire life will be fulfilled if you can orient your energy, sublimate your force. Sublimate is called sublimation. Same energy is there. So this energy is necessary for sublimation. And if energy is utilized, channeled out at the very outset, then you have nothing else to remain for sublimation. So you have to reach God through the force of your sex in a sublimated form. That can be done by keeping in touch with the Divine. God makes the difference. God makes this transformation, that काम ही प्रेम में बन जाता है. अगर काम आप काम के रूप से यूज करोगे, then you have nothing else to name than your job, and you will not get satisfaction. If you let it go, your life will be frustrated. Because try to imagine, you want to enjoy this sex with this body, and your demand is infinite. It can never match. There will come a time, you try, come a time, you'll feel frustrated. You go on doing, then after a while, you want to have more, but your body will not permit. Enough. But the desire will remain. Desire will remain, the body will give away. You'll end in frustration. So then what you have to do, you have to turn to God. That is the secret. That sexual energy has to be converted into spiritual energy. काम को प्रेम में रूपांतरित करना ही जीवन में रहस्य का समाधान है. We close now, seeing the time. Or please join with me in repetition of God's name. Hari Om Ram Krishna, Hari Om Ram Krishna, Hari Om Ram Krishna, Hari Om. Hari Om Ram Krishna, Hari Om Ram Krishna, Hari Om Ram Krishna, Hari Om. Hari Om Ram Krishna, Hari Om Ram Krishna, Hari Om Ram Krishna, Hari Om. Hari Om Ram Krishna, Hari Om Ram Krishna, Hari Om Ram Krishna, Hari Om. Hari Om Ramakrishna Hari Om, Ramakrishna Hari Om, Ramakrishna Hari Om, Hari Om, Ramakrishna Hari Om, Ramakrishna Hari Om, Ramakrishna Hari Om, Hari Om, Ramakrishna Hari Om, Ramakrishna Hari Om, Ramakrishna Hari Om, Hari Om, Ramakrishna Hari Om, Ramakrishna Hari Om, Ramakrishna Hari Om, Hari Om, Ramakrishna Hari Om, Ramakrishna Hari Om, Ramakrishna Hari Om. Thank you.
Sex is a normal human.
Still in the mic.
Sex is a Sex is a normal human instinct inbuilt in every individual, male or female, since birth. I want to know from our favorite Muktinathanandaji how we can change the passion of sexual energy into a spiritual energy. What is the procedure?
By keeping in touch with God. God does the miracle.
No, from the morning.
God does the miracle.
No, but
that is the miracle of God. God does the miracle by changing the sex into love.
But every individual is not going to that fashion. Why the difference?
That cannot be done by us. That's why we come to God.
Good.
We come to God for conversion of lust into love.
Okay. And always you are telling, you ask for bhakti. God, give me bhakti, not any material things or other things. How we can that bhakti? How you can feel that you have already bhakti inbuilt in us and it has been increasing more and more?
Yes.
What is the external symptoms or anything else? How can you know?
Those who want, they will get it. You seek it, you will find out. Ask and it shall be given. Ask, it shall be given. Seek and you shall find. Knock and the door shall be open. जो मांगता है उसको मिलता है. जो चाहे से पाए.
अगर
मांगो मिलेगा.
अगर महाराज जी हम इम्तिहान में चाहते हैं हम 100 में 100 मिले.
सुनिए, we don't want. We want sex, but you are saying that you want love. जब मांगना है, सचमुच मांगना है.
मांगने से मिल जाएगा.
मांगने से मिलेगा. बस. मांगो मिलेगा.
Thank you very much.